Hi everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of the Smartwatch Show. Woohoo! My name is Margaret. I am joined by
Christiana
and
Oui.
and we are the hosts of the Smartwatch Show.
Let's have it.
Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the Netflix show To Kill a Monkey, a 2025 crime thriller directed and produced by hers truly, Kemi Adetiba. Over 8 episodes, we follow the story of a Femini who's played by William Benson. We watch his life change with a chance meeting with an old friend, Obos, who is played by Uchi Franklin. We see Efe's morals tested and eventually compromised. Sad. Really excited for this episode, guys, because this is one of my best watches in 2025. So I'm looking forward to having a very good combo.
Let's have it.
To start light, what was your immediate reaction after watching the show? Like, after watching 8 episodes, like, did you feel like there was something different from what Kemi has done in the past? What were your initial reactions?
Honestly, I was excited to see it because I think I'm excited for any Kemi production. But I have a reservation about the pace of the movie. And I think that also, like, at the end of it, gave me a sour taste after the last episode, which I will touch more up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
can agree with Christiana because it felt a bit long, even though it didn't need to be. But then I did enjoy it a lot, like the music. I mean, Kemi, crime, so you can expect
Yes, her work. It's really her
expect a
work.
lot from her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Okay. For me, I was gassed. You guys already know.
Why were you guys?
You guys already know.
Say
Like
the
the
truth.
Tell
minute
us.
I saw Chidimo Kemi and the way she even introduced the teacher character, as soon as I saw him, I said, "Yeah, just you've got
So already there's a
You've got
bias. Okay.
But such is life now.
Oh,
Such is life.
jeez.
But yeah, I was really happy because the casting, I just felt like she casted to
Beautiful.
perfection.
Beautiful.
You know, every character made sense. Like every actor
Yes.
made sense for the character. So I was really gassed after
Yeah.
watching it. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad to see that we all have like somewhat of a similar consensus. So if you could describe the show with one word, what would it be?
Intriguing.
Intriguing, yeah, I see that.
Captivating.
Captivating. Ooh, good
yeah.
word. I would say accurate. You know, just with the whole Edo, you know, Billy Girls, like with the whole Edo vibe, like I feel like they were accurate to Edo pride. So yeah, it did it for me. Okay, so now let's really dive in. This is the part I'm most excited to talk about. The acting. You know, because this cast was just giving everything. So I'm excited to hear from you guys. Like, did you have any standout performances?
Of course.
Okay, so who was okay, we'll start with we. So who was your MVP and why?
Effie. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't think I've watched a lot of William Benson stuff. So when I saw him, a lot of Nigerian actors don't embody a character. I loved him. I hated him. I wanted him dead. Like, he took me through a lot of emotions. Like, I loved how he portrayed Effie. This guy that has been beat down by life, has now found a silver lining with his friend, greed. Like, he portrayed a lot of things into Kill a Monkey. So I was very impressed by him. Like, he's someone that I'm watching out for now.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Guan?
Boss now. Boss the boss. Do you get? Richie
Boss
Franklin
the
did it for
boss.
me.
Yeah.
I think that he killed his role so beautifully.
Yeah.
You could see him embody the character, and you know, with the slangs, the broken English, the way he portrayed it, he looks like a boss that you don't want to mess with. Like, he actually bodied his character so well.
Yeah.
And for me, I won't lie, that's my MVP. That's who
Yeah.
made me like, I was looking forward to see him at every point on my screen, and it was so
Was there
beautiful to see.
any like standout performance from a boss that you remember, like when you watch it, you're like, yep,
Yes.
you are exactly who you say you are.
FA, you they share for me.
That was the line that got me.
Do you? Yeah. I think for me, I can't even pick because every time he came on, he was saying something that like would just make you like you know, in him being nice. I actually liked, funny enough, one scene that actually I really liked of his was when he actually saw Efe at the bar and he helped him in that moment.
Yes.
And it was like that respect you could see him give Efe. I think like you could see how there's this boss, but you could see his brotherly respect on like with Efe, and I think it was so beautiful for me to see with Oboze's character how he could leave this high horse boss,
Yeah.
you know, I don't have any emotion, to you actually seeing this emotion of this is someone that helped me in uni and I actually hold him in high regard.
Yeah,
So
I
I
see
think
that.
that.
I see that. What about you? Like with Ifemini's character, was there any particular performance or a monologue that you saw and you were like, yeah, you are everything you say you are?
Yes. Oh my God. When he went under the rain. Oh, he
That
hooked
scene.
me. He hooked me there. I was just like, I can understand who you are, because it wasn't just a guy that took to crime. Like, there was a lot of pressure from his family. Like, he had already said, I don't want to work with this guy. Now he's just outside in the rain, like, God help me now.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And he's
that moved
intelligent,
me.
you're
Yes,
right.
like, it's not as if he was just
He
a
was
wayward guy. He was
like,
pushing
he actually is
things.
smart. So for the fact that his brain is not even working and he's being pushed to crime,
Exactly.
you're
So I was
right.
just like,
Yeah. I think for me, obviously, before I go to my, my
let it go
MVP,
for now.
let me rest first and just with what you guys said. Obo's character, everything, as in this casting
It's
was
Buchi.
too good. So everybody, I can talk about everybody and just be like, and tell you scenes that they had them in, and I was just like, yes, yes, finally. For me, Buchi Franklin's character, Obos, there was a scene, I think the same scene you're talking about actually, when they reconnect in the bar. And when Madam, what's her name? Sorry, the manager of the
Yeah.
establishment.
Yeah.
I remember it as we go by, but when she came back in, I was like, "What are you doing there? I told you to serve them." And he knelt down and started like begging. basically.
Yeah.
At that point, Obos was not didn't have a line. He was acting with his eyes.
Oh, the disgust in his
Yeah, the
face.
way he looked him up, down, like, guy, they kneel down for this woman.
Yes.
As in, what has, you know,
True.
how did you get here? And not, he didn't have to say words. It was
Yes.
just everything,
Like,
the expression, you could feel
not
the
on my
loss
watch.
in his, not on my watch. You know, so I already knew from those like 2-3 seconds, the look on his face, that he's about to do something. Even before you introduce I see the boss, like he's really a boss. He's about to show that he's a boss. But I could already see it in his face that this is someone who has a high sense of self.
Yeah.
And he cannot even imagine that someone that he respects and reveres
Can be
is
doing
here
this.
doing this. So yeah, that was something that really, really spoke to me as well. And to a feminist character. Every scene, you guys.
He tried.
Every scene he entered, he carried it. You know? There's
I
something you want to
think,
say.
no, so the thing is, I think he executed his character so good that I ended up not liking the
Yes,
But
You know,
that's,
he was-
but that's
because
the
at some
true
point he was
evidence of a
giving
good
Oswald.
casting.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
giving Oswald, and you will not be like, guy, why are you so?
But that was his character.
He was so good
That was
at acting
literally-
and Oswald.
That's why I said he took me
He was
through
good,
the
he was-
highs,
yeah,
the lows, because I'm
yeah.
just like, who is this? But then it was how Kemi wrote the script. Like, he executed it.
Yes,
to
and you can
perfectly.
tell that even you could see Kemi's work almost through their acting. You could tell that it was like when she sat down and developed these characters and
Yes.
casted them, she wanted to get exactly what she
Yep.
wanted to get out of them.
Very
Like,
intentional.
If she's trying to get, oh, you are now defeated in this scene. I can see defeat. Like
Yes.
it's written all over your body stature, even the way you drop your shoulders.
Yeah, her directing showed.
Beautiful.
Execution to
Beautiful.
a T, you know. But my MVP, guys, you know, without
I
it,
can't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't wait.
is the teacher character, Chidimokeme. Like
Interesting.
But not MVP though.
MVP.
I'm sorry.
No, I feel like
Is this
you're
on
being-
your wait? No,
No,
wait.
you're being
Because this even wait.
biased.
This
You're
is
being
even a
biased.
supporting character.
Yeah.
So wait, are you not saying this based on your bias,
It
or you are saying it
is.
for real?
Okay.
Ha.
I agree with you guys with the MVP.
Okay.
That's why
We're
I'm
about to box.
C for thanks because
You're about to
I said, let me wait for her to finish.
Okay. I put my bias to the side.
Okay.
But now, since you mentioned he's actually a supporting character. So
Yeah.
now let's talk about supporting characters that we actually really loved. Would
Okay.
have loved to even see more scenes from them, maybe. And if there is going to be a season 2, You know,
I don't know about that.
I don't know
season
about
two,
that
but
season 2, but like some supporting characters that you don't mind seeing them in lead roles.
Not even
Idiot.
we have the same
Give
supporting
me
character
Idiot.
that I really want to see.
Okay.
If there's a season two.
Okay. So since you've already jumped right in there with Idia,
Like, I just liked how she was in our face with every scene she got. Very local. I'm sorry for lack of better words,
Yeah,
but then
sorry.
that was her
Sorry.
character.
Yeah.
Like, she was in your face. Hey, my husband. Like, I understand, but then it happens a lot with all these rough guys. They don't marry well-to-put women. Like, they end up marrying a runs girl here and there, a girl on the street, and it's shown through with her. They don't really care about who he's messing around with as long as he comes back to her. And Lillian, as in, I was so surprised. Like, I know she can act, but I was quite surprised.
I
wasn't.
Pleasantly.
I don't
wasn't
know.
surprised.
I didn't see that from her.
I did.
Really?
So yes, because I actually used to watch a lot of her productions and a lot of her story times. And if you even see her story time of how she got casted.
That makes sense.
So like, I wasn't surprised. For me, it was more of finally she's actually getting to be on such a big production that actually shows this talent. Because one thing she is talented with that. That character that she played, Idia, Lillian, literally killed it. Like, she literally ate with it. Like, I can't even lie.
Oh yeah, see, the thing is, when talking about the casting, I watched the video of the casting, and she, Lillian Afabai, she mentioned that she had a friend or a colleague who had read for the role a year before she auditioned. So that tells me that Kemi Adetiba actually took time to find her Idia, and it makes sense because I know Idia is a supporting, but she really does a lot for Obosi's character, who is a main. You know, you really see the queen of the empire. You see where might call it uncouth, but you know, that local champion queen holding my man up, even though I know that we are a crime. Everything about it, and they wrote for her. You know, you know when you can tell that, like, you wrote this scene and you put her in mind, because when she's saying it, she's embodying it. And I remember the scene with her, and so I love Stella Damasco's character when Nusa, and when Nusa is like, how you they do how you they do, poor Nusa, poor Nusa, because
so naive.
She now realized, oh, we are not friends. Like, this is how you see me. You know, and so everything about Idia's character for me was fantastic.
Beautiful work.
Fantastic. You know, but again,
See,
it all comes back. You know, it all comes back. So it's supporting that, to me, if he be a whole main character, but I also understand that the story that was being told, the teacher character. Even when they were introducing him, it was giving final boss. It was giving.
I didn't get that.
But do you know that
really?
Yes, I'm
It gave
offended.
up a very weak.
Do you know, I was, oh my god,
very weak.
Exactly, watch this movie or this series on the same lens,
I'm
because
so sorry.
Wait, okay.
He didn't give me power in that.
do you know, I'm
teacher.
so offended.
I'm quiet.
I'm
I
offended
don't
at
need
the
to talk
fact that
too
they gave
much.
someone as powerful as Chidimokeme such a character.
Exactly.
To have allowed to end the way he ended in the series.
Okay, calm down. Because now,
Speak to me.
we're not talking about the story and what he was meant to portray here. We're talking about the acting. We're talking about
Even in the
stellar
acting,
performance.
I'm
here.
sorry.
The script limited him.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry, can you explain? What do you mean by this?
We all know Chidimokeme is a beautiful, stellar performance.
Fantastic.
We know that.
Okay.
But then the teacher character is meant to be that underground boss that everybody is meant to be afraid of. You have to give him a cut of your money, whatever the case may be. But he didn't give that strength. Like, I'm meant to take your money. It was giving begging to collect his ransom.
So, sorry, what would you have liked to see for you to see the, as in, I'm going to kill all of you?
So, in as much as he was a grandfather and an old man, especially, you know, after losing your grandchild from what had happened, I don't think at any scene I saw real rage that I know Chidimokeme can actually execute being portrayed.
I'm sorry, guys. Like
We just saw a man sitting. He went to his
on
staff's
friend's
house,
house.
I mean, whose house,
Okay,
and
what
just
about-
and he was just smoking.
Not even a hideout.
What about the rooftop scene where a femini is finally face to face with teacher, and teacher grills up a man's hand, and you see that dialogue that goes on between the
So
table.
for the
Oh,
longest,
there
to
was
me,
fear.
teacher gave off bluff,
Yeah.
not actual.
You've not done anything to make me scared.
Yeah,
Even
like-
when he shot up Obosi's car, it wasn't. If he
was
wanted to
all
kill him, he
bluff.
could have killed him. It wasn't.
And that was
a-
what Obo's character was actually kind of even telling Efemini.
Exactly.
So in you taking it back to acting, I think the role limited the actor that we know Chidimokebe can exhibit.
Okay. To be honest, I can agree with you guys on that because and we can talk about later some things that I didn't particularly love.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I got it. The opening scene with him being introduced with the cigar, the intensity in his look, and then every scene I saw him after that was like a build up. Like you are building up to the moment where he's going to get his revenge. And I could see it that this is a grieving man. If you had caught him 10 years before this, it would have been a different story. But now he's a grandfather. He has really walked into that. I have retired from the streets and I just want my homage now being paid to me.
Even when you retire, the streets still know who you are and how badass you are.
Yeah,
so
but
they wouldn't
so
want
you
to
didn't get that.
tamper
Are you
with
saying you
you.
didn't get
No,
that?
so and I think exactly it was so obvious as to why the only person that also got scared was someone like Efemini.
Like because
he's not
because
been
he's
in
not
the
new.
scene.
He's new. He doesn't. Do you get? He doesn't understand the
Yeah.
crime world. That's the only reason why he was even the vulnerable one. But like, teacher didn't. I feel like his character didn't portray. He literally was like this old man that was powerless but bluffing, and one person that wasn't into the crime world was scared and was buying into the bluff.
Okay, to be honest, I do see what you guys are saying, and I think it also speaks to the script writing, the storytelling, because his character was already written to be quite limited, and it makes sense why when Obos knew he could take him on. Obos knew he could take him on because he clearly your street cred already speaks a lot for you, and he knew that we can deal with this guy. So I think I agree with that. Was there any other supporting role that you loved?
I think Stella's role, no sir.
Yeah.
I mean, she was here and there. They did show like character progression with her from this naive woman to now having money. Even in that boutique scene, after she just fought with Idia, she still wanted to
Her
show
old
off
boss.
that I'm now on a different level. Even though you know where the source of money is coming from, you were not angry all of a sudden. So
Like, didn't you know that?
Didn't
this is where
you
the money was
know?
coming
Where do you
from?
think the money was coming from? So I think she shone through for me as well.
Yeah, I think same thing. I'm a Stella Damascus fan. Like I have
Die
loved her
hard.
since I was a kid, and just seeing her in the role, cause she's a Delta babe, and seeing her portray an Edo woman was it. I'm telling you, there's something Kemi really did with the casting because it just made a lot of sense. Some of the slangs, and she's saying it rolls off the tongue. It doesn't seem to like you don't unbelievable. Like, you believe it, and I really, really enjoyed her character. Another person I really loved was Inspector Ogunlesi, Bimbo Akintola's character. Wait, why is it that come on, why is it that you guys seem to have a
beg
problem
to
with
differ.
why?
I'm sorry, when I was saying
Because
Let me keep quiet
sorry,
first.
I don't even know if I can even call her a supporting because her role was main character. If I'm being honest, I would say she's not even really supporting.
And I think that's why this would be me jumping into the things we don't like.
Yeah.
I think this was my issue. They literally tried to, like, it was, you could literally see how a supporting was actually like almost
a
main.
Yeah, but is that not the point?
not really.
I think that it threw the series off balance for me because I think there was too much focus on her on some
and her story.
episodes. And I think that it wasn't linked to where we ended this series at, with a lot of things that were touched up with her particular, like her grief, her story, even from the beginning, the dramatics of her losing her family to where we ended.
Okay. We can talk about that a bit more when we're talking about like what we didn't like and what we loved.
Yeah.
But another supporting character was Sunshine's well, her name was Sunshine, right? In the show.
Sparkle.
Sparkle, sorry, Sparkle. Amanda
Shine.
Sparkles, Abby.
Amanda Sparkle.
So yeah, that's another person that surprised me.
Yeah.
I won't. Idia didn't surprise me as much. Sorry, that's Lillian.
Lillian.
By her character didn't surprise me as much because I have seen some of her Instagram stories where she has played a similar character.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sunshine's character really, surprised me. I was pleasantly surprised. I have to say surprise. But yeah, I was really happy with the way she portrayed her character, and because she's a fine babe.
Yeah.
Because she's a fine boy, when she's really giving the you will pay me and you will pay me well for my you won't just take me for to dinner.
Yeah, she executed the softness that we needed to see so well.
The bodyguard.
T billions.
Yeah. I think he wasn't really doing. He wasn't really doing a lot.
Yes, he had very few.
His facial expression, his energy, his
very
reaction
intentional
to
with
things.
him. And remember in the hospital when he was telling Effie that boss doesn't see the real you, but I'm waiting for you to mess up.
Yeah.
And really and truly, he did mess up, and he was the one eventually to off him. So he was a subtle character that did something for me as well.
So I think we can just go in now. I think we've spoken a lot about the acting, but To Kill a Monkey actually dives into heavy themes like social and economic pressures, cybercrime, survival, morals, ethics, mental health. So I wanted to ask, what theme really hit you the hardest and why?
Maybe loyalty and betrayal. Because they were quite heavy on, even in the beginning, our boss was very particular. Can I trust you? Can I trust you? They reject my hand. So it's very obvious, like in that world of crime, like trust is very integral to them. So just seeing that play out, like how we all think of crime, but we don't look at the intricacies of it. Like the people that are actually in crime with each other, they need to have this level of loyalty to each other. Then you now see the betrayal, why he was asking about trust is like, I cannot afford to have you betray me, because this line of business, if you betray me, that's the end. So yeah, seeing that play out was quite interesting as well.
Oh, nice. And to be fair, I agree. And for me, a lot of things really worked very well, and all the things that she tried to describe to us in 8 episodes, she hits to almost
perfection.
She hit with perfection. For me, to be the way mental health was portrayed in this show, in most Nigerian productions that I have seen, when they are trying to portray mental health issues, it's usually just depression. Like now they just show you in a room, and then they will just be doing like a time lapse to show that you haven't left the room and you're sad, you're not eating, the beard has grown out or something like that. It's always really portrayed. Even PTSD, most times it's portrayed more like depression and you just being in a sunken state. But with Inspector Gulesi, she really took us on a journey, because you see a character that's a boss babe, like even she's in an industry or a field that most women are not even there excelling it in, and you see her still being a family woman, caring about her family, and straight off the bat, she loses that family, and we see how her mind splits almost. We see her divide right in front of our eyes, and we see a very different look on PTSD, with the nightmares, very well portrayed, how she kept on stopping at a particular point of the dream. It just tells me a lot of research went into it, because a lot of what war veterans would when they explain their episodes, especially at night with night terrors, they get to that point of trauma and they wake up. Because that's the point that was the trauma was afflicted on their mind. And we see that with Inspector Gulesi's character. We see after the burial, when she finally breaks down with her friends trying to find her an outfit.
Oh, she triggered me. She triggered me a lot. Maybe that's why I didn't pay a lot. I paid attention to her, but I couldn't pay full attention because it was very triggering, like her in the morgue and things like that. It was quite a lot.
I can imagine because I felt like, oh, like it was very okay, yeah, it was triggering, but also kind of refreshing to see grief being portrayed in multiple layers. Like it's not just like, oh, I'm sad, crying. There's still a lot of like holding yourself together to eventually break down, and that breaking down eventually looks very different, you know. So seeing her dissociate, seeing her still seeing visuals, literally still seeing her kids, asking her to come and play.
Yeah.
Mental health was portrayed in a very refreshing way for me in this show. Over the episodes, you know, we see different scenes, but each scene portraying something a bit different, and I really enjoy that. Yeah. Go on, any for you?
I think for me it would be more of like, you know, moral like corruption, which we could see play out in the movie a lot because, you know, there was that, you know, killing your humanity for the pursuit of like power or like survival.
Yeah.
You could see, you know, moral compromise in even like, you know, the government agencies, in the force, Inspector Onome, you know, the betrayal there, from pressure from family that led FA into, you know, compromising his morals.
Actually, you know that we don't talk enough about Nusa Mama.
Yeah,
that woman bad.
She was, as in, to me, the pressure, because Nusa really was just a woman in love, like an understanding wife, you know. So, but the pressure from you want to come and see children that you cannot feed. And every time it hits,
yes,
it really hits. The lines that they gave her, because Nusa's mom had very few talking lines, but everything that they gave her to say, it's brought her the point of her relationship, how she saw Efe, and how she saw Efe's inadequacies, and what she also saw for their future. You know, so I agree with you just with that.
Yeah, so for me, like that was literally the theme, and like, you know, what I literally stood out for me, because this is something that happens in our everyday life where we see how we might be put under situations where we have to actually sometimes be morally corrupt, and sometimes we don't even know that we're getting to that point, or we reach that peak, which we could see happen in the series. Because I don't even think if I realized where he was going until he reached there. You could see him have that reckoning of who he had become.
True.
And, you know, that moral compromise. So for me, that would be it.
Yeah, I really liked that the way she wrote the episodes. You could see the pressures mounting on him right off the bat. Like, we see that he can't even pay to go to a cyber cafe. He has to come and steal Wi-Fi. Then we watch him. He have to bury his mother, like, and he's just telling his uncles, like, guy, just put a kind of coffin. You know, you already see the pressures even from his external. Then we now see the real pressure he had, which was internal. His mother-in-law putting a lot of pressure on his wife to put a lot of pressure on him, and I liked how that was portrayed, because it also showed us like survival, the real things that men have to go through. You know, to provide
that
for their
social
family.
pressure with masculinity.
Yes.
And how life would not stop as well. Like, they stole his money, but then he still needed to provide that money. So it's a lot.
And another thing that I really loved is that she didn't take the easy route, where, because, you know, he had an opportunity to present in front of, I think, a tech company, and they had stolen his laptop and it was wood inside. I like that she didn't take the easy route out. So she could have created a whole situation where he didn't have to compromise himself, and he eventually got this nice tech job that his app and his software became the best thing since sliced bread. But she showed us that life be happening. You know, even in the brink of breakthrough, the devil is still very active, and he can still be sending arrows your way that will eventually put you in that situation where you're like, guy, at this point I've tried. I've actually tried to do it the right way, and nothing works out for me. So I'm a man. Like, I need to do what men do and just suck it up and get the work done. So I really like that as well. What do you think about what do you think that Kemi did really, really well with this project? Like, and you can talk about anything. It could be cinematography, it could be the pacing, like you already said, that's something, okay, I know that's something
That's
you
not
didn't like.
something she likes.
So now we're talking something that you liked. It could be the character development, writing, sound design.
So I think that's
It captured me there.
Yeah, the sound design, casting,
Yeah.
and her directing. I think it showed for me in those places because you could tell with her directing that everybody actually bodied their role, like carried their role. Like you could see that in execution, body language, facial expressions. You could see that she paid attention to every single detail as to how her cast were actually portraying their roles. Yeah, that stood out for me. And then the soundtrack.
Kemi, you and your husband.
I will include,
You and your
include
husband.
some
Wow.
excerpts.
You know, the soundtrack, every single sound, literally like every single song that came on, it was new.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that you expected. You could see culture show through it.
And it also sets the scene.
Yes,
for
he said exactly. And like there was so much power each song, each time it came on. You know, you are there like, okay, all right.
I'm sat.
You know, the soundtrack added to the story on its own, and that was beautiful to see.
Yes, I know that sound design for you, so yeah, I'm sure you can still give a few points to this.
See, when I was watching it, you know how music enhances the experience. That's exactly what To Kill a Monkey sound.
So good.
And having an original soundtrack, that was beautiful. Like it reminded me of all them Isakaba, Himba. As in, you know when you hear it, you know
Everybody
something
say,
exactly.
You know
Like
something is coming.
I loved it so much. Then the foreshadowing as well, which is back to her writing. Like even when in the beginning, when one of the managers or supervisor was telling Effie that God does not like you, you can literally see it. There was just a lot of foreshadowing in her storytelling. So the story was impeccable. I loved it so much.
Yeah, for me too. I would say the same thing with writing and character dev. The relationship between Efe, Obos, you can feel it in every dialogue that they had. The relationship that Efe had with his mom, with Nosa's mom. You could also see with the relationship between Nosa and her mom. You know, everything about this thing was perfect, but it was so good. We also see the way they built a lot of tension between Efe and Ozzy. Every scene that they were both there, they are not saying anything, but you are seeing Ozzy's look towards Efe, and then you see how she also wrote the scene so perfectly that in a couple of scenes we saw Obos literally tell Ozzy to stand up for Efe to sit, or for Ozzy to excuse them.
You could now see
so
the rivalry.
You see her through the episodes really introducing the fact that Obos has now taken Efe like a brother closer. Like all these other ones, you guys can really go because now this one be my brother. You know, and she really built that in with the characters. And Ozzy didn't trust Efe from the beginning. We saw that lack of trust till the end. We literally saw it, and that was very refreshing for me. Also, I also noted here too with the sound design. When that From Now On started, they started building the end for me. Like anything from the minute the song started, you see Efe contemplating what he's going to do because teacher has just told him you bring Obos on a platter, and you can see him contemplating. On the other side, you can see teacher really also in one place contemplating how he's really going to deal with these boys. You know, so you see everybody thinking, and we also see Sunshine's character also trying to convince Efe in that time to do what he needs to do. Or the deep thoughts. Boss too is also thinking because they just almost tried to kill his wife. They tried to kill Idia. So you also see Efe.
And he was fighting with his boys as well.
Yes, he was fighting with his guys as well. And you know, from now on, just playing in the background till we see Efe finally make a decision was spot on. Talking about sound design as well. When Inspector Gulesi was crashing out, and finally when she had all her files on the floor and she's finally just like done with it because her boss is not trying to put her on the case, she's doing all of this investigative work on her own. The music, the soundtrack that is playing in that crashing out was giving crashing out. You know, so everything was almost perfect. I think it's same from now on that's actually playing during that crash out. And from now on, is also playing when Nosa is crying because she just lost her mom.
Yeah.
So it's just everything it tied in together, and it's just like what Uyi said with the soundtrack really giving you visuals. It does more
the experiences.
Yes, I think a lot of Nigerian film producers should actually really look at To Kill a Monkey as a standard.
True.
You know, you see that sound design does a lot more than you can think. And you see it with old movies, Nollywood. They used to invest a lot into the music that's going to be playing. If we're talking about a guy that is greedy, you already be hearing stingy from the beginning.
Even when you start hearing that, ta-na-na-na-na-na, you know accidents are about to happen.
Yes,
You are right.
Yes. Or you'll be here to you know about it.
To jazz somebody or poison somebody, like.
So it really does a lot, and we can see it with this, you know, another thing I wanted to talk about. And I know you guys are going to have points with her attention to detail.
Spot on.
Okay.
Spot
-1.
on.
Okay.
Spot
It's
on.
okay,
No.
okay.
No. Spot on. -1. And if I say the one, you people agree with me.
Okay. Wait, let's save it for what we didn't love. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, her attention to detail, yeah. I feel like every hole that this story could have had, she plugged it.
True.
She didn't allow us to start saying, how did the daughter get into the freezer? And nobody knew. She plugged it. Even the fact that when they brought out the little girl, what's her name? Susu, yes. When they brought her out of the freezer, the fact that she was blue.
Yeah.
I know that maybe to some people now it would just be like, okay, this is normal. But sorry, for a Nigerian production, we actually need to start clapping when people do their due diligence. And when they bring her out from the freezer, she's blue, and Efe immediately starts doing CPR.
Yeah.
And now that makes sense. It makes sense why she now survived. Because otherwise,
wouldn't
if
have
it
made
was
sense.
just they brought her out of the freezer and bring the khaki, the khaki, I'll just be like, this girl is not going to make it to the hospital. But the fact that he first of all tried to resuscitate her, he just made everything say, okay, I can get. Then he said, there's a pulse, and then he started asking for the keys and started rushing. So just the attention to details, it was almost perfection. With that same scene of Susu being in the freezer, and when they are investigating, when the police come and are asking questions, we find out that because Obos came in a yacht, in a boat, everyone's attention got pulled away, and that's when they could have done that.
Yes.
I like the fact that she plugged that hole, because if not, it would have just been like
Nobody around.
when he ran in the coke, everybody was in the kitchen.
Yeah, true.
So it would have been like, guy, how is it that everybody was in the kitchen and they were able to do this? But the fact that
Even the text message to know she was in the
Yes,
like everything,
true,
like
yes.
she made everything linked to how they found the child, like knowing that okay, this is now someone's actually sent, this is a job done, not a mistake. So you're right.
Yeah. So I really loved that. Another thing that I really loved was she really paid attention to their characters. If you guys noticed, the first time we see Efe come and beg Obos for an opportunity, when he comes with their kids and Nosa, we kind of get a glimpse of Obos's living situation, his house, and the house is speaking to him. I don't know, with the frame of him with the rings and everything, like I'm
gold.
And then we see the scenes later on after they don't hit. They've hammered and they're chopping some good dollars. You see the progression of his house. He has a water, he has a fountain in his home. It really shows to Obos' character that
Very
flashy
Yes.
to show. You can see the attention.
Even with
to
Idea,
detail.
like
you see Idea with her dressing,
yeah, you can
her
tell,
costuming.
you know, she's who she is, but you can now tell that there was that attention to detail of this new money, the designer she's wearing like her clothes in all
Even
Gucci
with
prints,
Musa
like
as well now.
you know, yes,
The birthday.
yeah,
What is sharing
exactly.
iPhone for?
Do you all the things?
Yeah, she said, "Do you want champagne?"
You understand, like
Yes, that was
even like the
fantastic.
crowds, like the party scene and everything. I think she paid attention to those, to the informal settings too. I think she paid details to them, like the bars, like the club scenes. Like you could see her pay attention to detail.
Even the restaurant scene. With,
Yes,
with the
you know
famous
exactly. You the shape for me, and like even him making noise and how like in Lagos you have to be prima, proper and put together. But like or boss didn't care about
Yeah.
all that. Like those attention to detail was actually
She really impressed me. I can't lie. This production really did everything for me.
even the clinics which were where they were doing their operations
Yeah.
and whatnot, like, you know, even just portraying how, you know, it's a front business, that there's a business going on behind, and what actually happens. She actually, you're right, of her like trying to feel or filling every hole rather,
Yes,
that you know, you could have left to say, okay, but how.
Yeah, you could
'Cause
have
how else
left.
do you
You could have
explain
left
this
it
money?
thinking. You could have really. There are a lot of things that she, because it was 8 episodes, you know. So it's easy to lose people at certain points. But the fact that every hole she found a way to plug. So I really loved the things she did with this story. It was perfect,
quite nice.
almost to perfection, you know.
Minus the Christiana's one.
Okay, so I think we can finally get into what we didn't love as much. Honestly, are there any parts that didn't really land for you, or you felt were like was over portrayed, like maybe a bit too much?
Yes, so let me start with the one thing, that the attention to detail that I didn't like. Teacher's hair. We didn't need that.
Okay, but wait first.
Then you can't defend it. Don't be biased. Don't
I
worry.
even forgot about that.
No, and I have to
I'll put a picture.
exactly.
I'll put a picture of what Gwan is talking about. But yeah,
We actually didn't need that. Like, to me, I don't know why.
Okay, but sorry. We only saw the broadcast once.
We didn't need to.
Yes, I know. But then afterwards, he was either in the dark or he was
wearing
wearing
Papa's
a
cap.
Papa's cap. To tell you that effort was made when they saw that I didn't.
And so when they saw that
so
it
it's
didn't
just
good,
like
why didn't they just
exactly
find a way to
it's just like for me,
it was a paramount scene.
They could have reshot it.
Guy, they blew up a car.
even at that,
They blew up a car. Like let's also.
it wasn't only like
give
even
grace.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can give them
No,
grace because I forgot about it. To be fair,
it's a beautiful production, but
Yeah.
for me, like, you know, that was just the one thing that I feel
But I
like,
see what you're saying,
you
I see what you're saying.
she could have paid more attention to it.
Yeah.
Like they're Baba.
And they are also like visual effects people that do
Very
do
good
so
work. It was not
well.
good work, let's not lie. Like, and it wasn't
was
so.
really bad.
But I mean, overall, every other thing there was.
But the fact that
attention
she
to
covered
detail.
it made you happy, Sha.
I think for me, like, which you know with other productions, that once I see something that I
can't
feel like it's
unsee it.
not
You can't
necessary,
unsee it.
I can't unsee
Because
it.
it's almost like you're trying to get away with murder.
Yes,
As in,
like-
you know that I see this, you see this, like we all see.
And this is the issue that we're currently even having with like a lot of people that, like, I notice don't watch like Nollywood productions.
Yeah.
Things as little as this is what like this is not realistic. You hear them start like
True,
beautiful,
yeah.
they will
True.
start saying, but that's not real. So like, you know, things like as minute as that are the little details that would actually make.
if you can avoid it, why
Yeah,
not just
why not?
True. Okay, I see that. What about you? Was there anything that just didn't do it for you?
I just feel like it was a bit long. I feel like the 8 episodes was a lot. I feel like they could have gotten away with it in 5 episodes. Maybe some scenes could have been shrunk. There was a bit of repetition. We already understand what's going on. You've developed this character. We
Thank
know
you.
the plot. Just let's get to it. Then they now rush the end.
Episode 8 there was no need for the rush in episode 8.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Too much happened in episode 8. You see Inspector Ogunlese like meets FA in the bar at the beginning.
Yeah.
Then in the same FA implicates her in that same episode. In that same episode, he's having the, you know, contemplating what decision he wants to take.
Yeah.
In that same episode, there's us finding out, I don't know if it's in that episode or episode
But
before,
we find out that
Amanda Sparkles is pregnant. I think it's
that his daughter is pregnant.
Is pregnant.
Okay, his daughter is
Yeah.
pregnant. But
For
also,
both.
Sparkle too was pregnant, wasn't she?
She was pregnant.
She was pregnant because there was a scene with her with a pregnancy kit. No, she was in a tub.
We need to run this back somewhere.
Actually,
That's
please,
crazy.
Guys, is that maybe we'll
put
a
it,
timestamp
yeah.
if we find it.
I'll check for it, but I think she was.
Oh my god!
Oh,
and
wow.
that now makes sense why she was more bitter
Yes.
than she was. Because me, I was just wondering.
No,
why
that's
this one?
because
I'll
she
check
did
for
now
this scene,
for-
and if we find it, like if I find it, I'll make us
Yeah.
insert it.
Because she
But
actually
for what I
fell
can-
for him too. So if she got
Yes,
pregnant,
yes, she did.
hey,
Yeah.
you
That's
deserve
what I
to burn.
remember. In that same scene, in that same episode, rather, we have the betrayal that happens. in that same scene, we now see teacher also say, no, side actually now also tell Efe that your betrayal to is rubbish.
Yeah.
Because in that same this thing, they
The
arrest
daughter is shouting
Efe.
at him
In that
too.
same scene, there's cut scene like in one episode. Meanwhile, we now have different episodes of repeated dialogues of
When the ending could have been 2
inspect.
episodes.
Exactly.
Okay,
So that was my only thing with them.
I see that. For me, I think it was even the 4-year timeline. I wish I saw more cybercrime.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
like after, and I was excited when Obos was showing
agree with
his
you.
shadow job. When he now clicked that button, everything did that door open,
Yeah.
and you are seeing
Or the people with the
underground.
mask.
I was like, we're about to watch cybercrime. We're about to watch a crime thriller. I would have loved to see, maybe not like a whole episode where you're showing me how they are really defrauding people with this AI tech.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to see more.
Really?
I enjoyed that he did a demo. Efe had done a demo for Obos to see, when he's like, imagine if Idia was the one to call you and he's saying send me money. You'll be more prone to believe it. Yeah, but now that was a demo.
You wanted to see it play out?
Yeah, I would have liked to see, because now I'm just like, I'm seeing 4 years later, you guys, Obos is coming in the boat, Efe is doing the birthday party of his twins. They have changed so much drastically. Even Evie, his daughter, we now see Evie with bone straight and everything. I just feel like, and now we see the scene where Obos is touching Ayash, and we know that clearly there's an inappropriate relationship now going on. It would have been nice to see even maybe the first dialogue when
Between the two of them.
Yeah, when Obos now tried to check Evie, and we are like, how did you check your friend's daughter?
Yeah.
And how did she agree?
Funny enough, I don't even think it's too far-fetched, because how did Obos enter trouble in the first place that if he had to save him? It was woman now. They were cultists, and
Yes,
he
and
followed
one
another
person.
Capone.
Yes, okay, true.
So it was already
True,
showing
yeah.
who his character
His
is.
character.
He
Also,
will
I have
follow
an interesting
everybody.
question. Based on that betrayal, do you think Effie's betrayal also makes sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
This guy.
Because a lot of
I will
people
not
watched
lie.
it feeling
I
like Effie
know.
was so terrible, but he had betrayal too on his
me, I
own
don't
side.
see.
His
Yeah, I don't
child.
see. His baby.
His
That's his
child.
first child.
That
His
is-
daughter. His Joe.
There are
What
some
you
lines you
say-
don't cross.
There's lines you don't cross.
And look how she
There are
was now
lines you
talking
don't
to
cross.
him.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
No, my own thing. Sorry, my own thing is, let's be very honest. Obos had to die. The scene where they were fighting in the like garage, or when he kidnapped teacher's father and had tortured teacher's father, and if he now came in all bravado, I've come to save him, I've come to save him. I was just like, yeah, if he had shot him there, that would have still been fine with me.
Yeah.
Because that guy needed to die. What are we saying?
He was looking for
Obos
too
was
much
self-sabotaging
trouble.
everything that
Too
they were
much
doing.
trouble.
If they tell you nobody should know we're doing this thing, let's be under the radar. You want to buy boats,
Yeah.
you want to buy
Buy
motorcycle,
jets.
you want to buy jets, you want to buy several jets, you want to, then you are now sleeping. You've not only sleeping, you gave the girl belly.
guy.
Do you know the intention that if a full-blown affair, you have to be sleeping, then this girl is now pregnant. You are doing he needed to die. He needed
did.
to die. All this, then now your friend is telling you that, guy, they just put my daughter inside freezer now.
Common.
As in my
Humanness.
empathy, a little bit of care and kindness.
And he didn't care because they weren't attacking him yet. So to him, even if he offered, like, I will pay more.
Yeah.
How you people are racking in
Serious
so
bread.
much. This is where greed comes in play. Because they were racking in so much money. Why couldn't you just give 10%, 20%?
Yeah.
Let this guy free you. You say no. You see they find trouble. You now blew up his car.
With his favorite grandchild, my
You
person.
don't
You know
mean
what?
it.
I hear Obos.
You hear him how?
The reason why I hear
Well,
him
you're
is
always
because
on the side.
no,
Think
wait,
about it. You're telling me that
Because
this
he
guy
does not
didn't need
rate
to die.
teacher.
no. Do you know why I think he didn't need to die? And
Okay.
we see why he didn't need to die.
Why?
With how teacher died. Teacher was not. Obos
He
is
wasn't-
mad.
he
Obos
wasn't
is
that
not
powerful.
normal. And that's why I wish we explored crime more.
Yes,
I'm not going
yes.
to lie that I wish we explored it more, where we could even see, even if there was like a partnership, the betrayal didn't lead to Obos's death, but
Yeah.
now maybe Efe is literally like with teacher now. Or Obos escapes and finds out that
True.
Yes.
it's Efe, like in that
True.
situation, as opposed to death, because at the end now it ends and we know teacher is not powerful.
I know,
But
and you
then-
know that was something I didn't also really love as
Yeah,
much.
like we
So
ended.
Of us dying.
forget that. I really
And teacher died,
I really
so-
do love me some Chimokme. But why did they kill him like that?
No,
Like, no,
his
I'm
death was so
honest.
chicken,
you're
like
telling me-
upside down on the building.
Hello, you're not telling
Like-
me, oh, he beat more than he can chew.
No, but then
Another
that's to
crew-
tell you how
But
he
let-
wasn't
He
really
wasn't powerful. And let's be
powerful.
frank and honest, he would have died since if he was inside the car.
True.
He was late to
Because it was him that was
It
meant
was
to
him that was
die.
meant to be in that
You are
car.
right, but my own thing is, I just feel like she could have been more creative with teacher's end.
Yes.
No, but I think it was intentional to actually show you that he wasn't as powerful as he thought
yes.
he
And
was.
and
think
if they didn't need to
I
do
think
the
he spoke
betrayal.
the story very well. Maybe just because I would have just liked more scenes with Chidi.
Yeah, possibly.
You could have
You're
given us
biased
more,
to
madam. You
Chidi.
could have given
If
us
they even
more.
said no, boss, no FA,
Yeah.
just Chidi, you'll be happy.
I think we can rate.
Oh,
I think we can rate. I think we can rate now.
Okay,
So
start
on
with
a
Gwan.
scale of 1 to 10, where would you place To Kill a Monkey?
You know what?
And you have to tell us why.
A strong 8. And I think that's a very good rating.
okay. I like that.
I think it's a very beautiful production. You could see Kemi's work with directing, all the actors executing and whatnot. But like I just said, for me personally, I took out that too because I would have preferred the story went a different way. And I wish the last episode wasn't as rushed as it was. I wish there was more.
And to be fair,
I got
see
really
that.
confused. I'm not even going to lie. Like I was like, maybe it was also, I won't lie, what also disappointed me was to have enjoyed something for 7 episodes and in episode, I would rather that it was even prolonged in the last episode and I'm left wondering for more than to see a rush of like an end of events to the courtroom.
Yeah.
True.
So for me, that's why.
I hear it.
What about you?
What's your own rating?
Solid. 8.5.
Wow.
If not 9. Like, no, I really enjoyed it. And then the soundtrack. I feel like the soundtrack alone is like 1.5.
Yes,
of
you're
my
already
scale,
taking-
if I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
Because it was a full circle moment for me with To Kill a Monkey. From the beginning, the pacing a bit long, but fine. Like I could understand why she dragged out some scenes because you really want us to understand the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Love it. So you're saying sound should be 1.5. So are you saying a 10?
8.5.
8.5.
What about you?
For me, like this was one of the best things I watched last year. So I want to give it a very strong 9.5. Very, very strong 9.5.
Interesting.
And why? Because there were like we've discussed, there are a lot of things, not a lot, a few things that I didn't love, that I didn't like, but the things I loved were
They
just
overshadowed
too
it.
much. It was too good. It was too. I'm a Benin girl, like grew up in Benin, and there you don't see people really demonstrate or express Edo
Power of
pride.
Edo
You
culture.
know, that's as in Edo or Dion. She really showed it very well with Obo's character.
Yeah.
It made so much sense. And then Nosa at the end of the day to also be like, I don't learn a few things. So as I don't enter this Lagos, I
And that's
learned
the thing
a
with
few
Benin
things.
girls, when their eye open.
It can't be closed. It can't be closed. It was so good. So altogether, I loved it. And my favorite actor was in the production. So already, if that alone is already taking me to a 9. So now the 9.5 is just because of her attention to detail and her not looking at us like idiots. Like she really made sure that everything made sense. Everything made sense. Everything was explained. Every hole that this story could or the plot could have had, she plugged it in, and she plugged it in nicely. Sometimes even using just eyes.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even just using eyes, body language. It was really, really, really good. The supporting roles, the manager, I really can't remember her name because she was fantastic.
It's
Oh yeah,
Adoni
she
or
was quite
something.
good too.
Adoni,
Yeah.
yes.
She was quite nice.
Very good. Like every supporting the male manager as well in the restaurant. Really fantastic. Everything about it was
Casting and acting was beautiful.
was stellar. So for me, a 9.5. Okay, so who would you recommend the show to? Like, who would you want to watch this?
Everybody.
Everybody and their grandma.
I mean, this is something you can just put on everybody's around, the family's just watching,
Yeah.
maybe after dinner, just sit down, watch. I mean, it's a really good watch, really good.
What about you, Gwan? Who would you recommend this to?
I would recommend it to people who are stuck in facing the systematic problems of Nigeria.
Yeah.
I think watching it would make you, like you said, it's very important. People have lost, a lot of productions now, you just watch a movie and there's no like moral story, nothing.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good production for people that are actually struggling with their morals and even just like decision making on if to go the good route or crime route, because you can literally see how, I'm not even going to lie to you, as much as it was interesting to watch from the moral story, like there wasn't any sweet end for anybody that was inside the mix.
Crime don't pay.
It's all ended, maybe except for Nusasha with all the millions now that she has carried with her new doctor boyfriend.
And sparkles,
No, but her own will end bad soon. Eventually, the guy will run away with the money.
Also, she's like, they're in court now. She's linked to
exactly.
The only thing she has, which she probably asked him to sign off, which maybe the kids will enjoy, is the offshore account.
Exactly.
And even at that, she still sat with that. Is the doctor going to continue the lifestyle? Like, let's think about it, like moving forward.
To be fair, we didn't really see much of their dynamics, so we don't.
So we don't really know if it's real love or anything.
It's just a lost situation. But yeah, I would recommend To Kill a Monkey. Like, if you used to love like old Nollywood, as they call it now, you used to really watch old Nollywood, but then maybe like around 2013, 2014, you just could not. What was coming out of the Nigerian film space, you feel like you're losing brain cells, nothing is adding up, like, and you're just like, I don't think I watch Nigerian movies anymore. I think To Kill a Monkey is for you, because it will be a good way for you to see what the Nigerian film space has to offer now, like 2025, 2026, the kind of movies that what film producers are trying to tell, like the stories that they're trying to tell, looking at really deep things. They are, introspective. So it's good. I think anyone that used to watch Nigerian movies and now you're like, I don't really like stuff like this anymore. This is for you. Come back. We still have some really good shows for you to watch. So if you've watched it and you've loved it, you can tell us your standout performances. Anybody you loved so much or you hated so much, please let us know in the comment section. If you agree with us that we said that you think made sense, you should also tell us. You should tell us so that we know that what we're saying is making sense. And if there's anything that we said that you did not love, it is what it is.
Yeah, sorry.
It is what it is, because
it's your opinion.
It is what it is. And at the end of the day, is it not the truth we have said here?
Exactly.
I think we've said the truth. So, if you love something we've said, if you hate something we've said, please let us know.
Yeah.
In the comment section. So yeah, we'll see you next episode.
Bye.